Number 1. The copy your favorite artist's face. So you want an art style? Easy, just copy your favorite artists. What could go wrong? Well, let me tell you. Many things. You pick an artist you admire, maybe a pro from Instagram, a famous animator, or some random person on Pinterest who somehow draws the perfect aesthetic doodles. If I just absorb their style like a sponge, I'll be able to draw like them. And then you actually start drawing. But something feels off. The eyes are too big, the proportions are cursed, and the colors feel wrong. Then the existential crisis hits in. Well, I'm either terrible or there's a secret skill they're not telling us. You scroll through the artist's entire portfolio, desperately trying to figure out what magical technique they're using. You analyze everything, their brushstrokes, their color choices, their line work. Then there's the classic, maybe it's the way they draw the eyes. And suddenly your art is just a pair of floating eyes with no body because you spend so much time trying to make them look perfect. After this, you go through the 5 stages of grief. Denial. Nah, I can copy this. I just need to try harder. Anger. Why can they draw like this and I can't? Bargaining. If I just trace their art a little, that's not really cheating, right? Depression. I will never have an art style. I am doomed to be an artless gremlin. Acceptance. Okay, maybe copying isn't the answer. Which leads directly into phase 2. The steal from every artist's face. Okay, so I can't copy one artist and get good. What if I copy all of them? That's right, if I just take the best parts from every artist I like and mash them together, I will create the ultimate art style. Very foolproof, nothing can go wrong. Then you make your first art piece and you take a step back and take a good look at your creation. It's hideous. The anime eyes don't match the hyper-realistic shading. The semi-realistic nose is fighting for its life against the cartoon mouth. And the Disney-style body is holding hands with a cursed horror movie hand. Then you enter the desperate fixing stage. Okay, I can fix this. I just need to tweak a few things. For example, you simplify the shading and make the outlines thinner. And somehow it looks even more cursed than before. Then you start panic researching. Okay, other artists must have gone through this. Let me look it up. You search up how to find your art style on YouTube. And a video pops up with a calm, soothing voice. Finding your art style is a natural process that happens over time. No, I need it now. You keep searching. All advice says the same thing. Just draw a lot and your style will naturally develop. What do you mean? I want shortcuts. I want the secret technique. And this is where things can take quite a dramatic turn. Phase 3. The quitting phase. You sit there staring at your empty sketchbook like it is personally betrayed you. Then you just start sketching. Well, I guess I'll just draw something and see what happens. But nothing feels right. Every decision feels like life or death. You keep switching styles in the same drawing. This looks inconsistent. This looks messy. I hate this. And this is when most artists quit. I will never draw again. A single tear rolls down your face as you consider picking up a new hobby, like pottery or extreme ironing. So you try other mediums, but spoiler alert, it doesn't work. After this, some artists take quite a long break from art, and some quit altogether and will never be seen again with a pencil in hand. Phase 4. The comeback phase, aka the existential crisis phase. Okay, so I tried copying my favorite artists, and I also tried switching mediums. Didn't work. So, what now? You start thinking logically. What even is an art style? How do I get one? Where do they sell them? Can I buy one from Etsy? You still feel quite helpless, but you still have the thrive to keep going and not give up. So most likely what will happen is that you will just end up trying a million art styles and desperately trying to find one that resonates with you. Which leads us to phase 5, the try realism phase. Maybe the problem is that I'm too cartoony. So it's time to get serious. Okay, maybe the reason my art style feels bad is because I have never learned the fundamentals. Maybe I should just master realism. So you confidently open up a reference photo, a high definition, beautifully lit portrait. You crack your knuckles. Time to prove yourself. The first 5 minutes you feel extremely confident. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Then the reality hits like a truck. You start shading and something just feels quite off. The proportions look quite cursed. The nose is floating, one eye is 50% larger than the other. So you just wonder, where did I go wrong? Why do people even like drawing like this? It takes so long and it's so hard. And suddenly you appreciate stylized art again. Actually, maybe I like my art style. That's the ultimate plot twist, but you don't like it enough to commit to it yet. Phase 6, the last crisis. Okay, so I kind of like my style in a way, but I low-key hate it too. You flip through your sketchbook looking at your old drawings. Why does this look so ugly? You keep going and hoping to find drawings you actually like. Each page gets worse. Oh no, did I peak last month? Then you start questioning every artistic decision you've ever made in your entire life. You enter the stealing my own style crisis. You open an old drawing you actually liked, which are very hard to find by the way. You think, okay, let's just go back to what I used to do. But for some reason your hand refuses to cooperate. Why does it feel so awkward now? Did I just forget how to draw in my own style? So you quit for the rest of the day and you might enter the quitting phase once again. But if you end up fighting through it, the next day you randomly sketch something without thinking and it looks kinda good. So the entire breakdown was totally pointless, but you will absolutely do it again next month. Phase 7, giving up or letting it happen. Now you just don't care anymore. You just draw, like whatever. And you're not even thinking about it. No overanalyzing, no breakdowns. And it just starts to come naturally. One day you compare your newer art with your older art. Wait, have I actually had a style this whole time? You scroll through your past work and see all the different ways you've drawn things. So if I draw something differently every time, does that mean I have multiple styles? Or is it just one evolving style? Turns out after all the struggle, your style was forming on its own without you realizing. Huh? That's wild. And then 3 days later, oh no, my style is changing again. And the cycle begins again. Phase 8, the true acceptance. Hardly any artists actually reach this phase fully, but if you do, you are a true legend. You stop worrying about making every drawing match a style. One day you do a soft, painterly piece, and the next day you make a goofy doodle. It's all just art. Who cares? Wait, was I stressing over nothing this whole time? The old you would be like, I must have a consistent style or I am a failure. And the new you is like, I like drawing silly cats. That's all. You have stopped comparing yourself to other artists. You stop panicking about consistency, you just draw. And then one day, someone looks at your art and says, wow, I love your style. And you realize you had an art style this whole time. The end. So if anyone reached actually the end of this video and you want some advice in a nutshell, basically, you don't find your art style. Second, you don't choose your art style. And third, your art style is just whatever you enjoy at the moment. Stop stressing. And this is especially for like younger artists out there who feel like they don't have a style yet. You haven't lived enough to have a style. Okay, just relax. I hope you liked the video and subscribe and like if you haven't done that yet. And we'll see you next time. Bye!